Assalamu alaikum. In our discussion to the creation of the universe and the beginning of the universe, we spoke about the creation of something called the jinn, from which is Satan, the devils, and so on. And we said they came from the essence of fire, or the fire produced by the toxic gases that come from volcanoes or volcanic eruptions, magma. Very well, at this point we reached a very important story, our starting point with our father and our mother, Adam and Eve. And please, pay attention. I'm going to recite to you what happened, the way it happened from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you believed in some Israeli stories before, I hope you can correct yourselves after we read together from the Quran what Allah said, how things started according to Allah. Regardless of what you have been taught all your life, whether it's true or false, it's beside the point. Allah is speaking now. So we all need to be quiet and listen. Very well. Let's go to Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah number 2, ayah number 30, and it reads as follows. وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. So at one time, Allah gathered all the angels of the kingdom, in His kingdom, and He endorsed them with a speech, and He said, I am going to put and place a Khalifat, a man to take care of things on earth and preserve this planet. I am going to put a Khalifa on this earth. At this point, let us stop and take a little break before we go any further. If we go to the story in the Jewish Christian book, and we spoke about that, how according to them, the Jewish Christian God took Adam out of Jannah, paradise, and put him on earth in fear that he may touch the tree of eternal life after he ate from the tree of knowledge. And we said all this is ignorant and nonsense, miserable, fiction, lousy fiction, not good fiction. So what about, the Muslims who adopted those stories and they repeat them, and they added that Allah took Adam from Jannah because he ate from the tree. Is that true? That's not true. We just read why. Allah was very specific even before creating Adam, before starting humankind. He said to the angels, all the angels, I am going to put a Khalifat on earth. So the place where Adam was created to be on at this period of time is this planet, not in Jannah. He was placed in Jannah temporary. Allah is honoring us through our parents. He started us in Jannah. And then when we were taken because of those few words, ayah number 30 in surah number 2, إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. I am making a Khalifat on earth, not in Jannah, in paradise. You have to understand this. Go to all the books of the translation or dictionaries and check it out until you understand this fact. We were supposed to come on earth, not to be living in Jannah, not at the beginning. Jannah is for the hereafter, not the here before, not for here today. Therefore, Adam was not taken from Jannah because he ate from the tree. This is a big mistake Muslims are making. This is an Israeli nonsense, infested the books of Muslims. The purpose of creating man was to be placed as a Khalifa on earth, a preserver, a ruler, to take care of things on this planet. And we messed up, big time. We destroyed even the ozone layer in the upper heaven. Imagine how miserable we are in preserving things. Very well. Let's follow this story one step at a time. So first, Allah has said, He's going to create a man or a new creation and put him down on earth. Not in Jannah, but he was created in Jannah, or he was created and placed in Jannah for a specific period of time, just for a short period, for a vacation, or for a test, to be tested. Very well. So this is now, I hope it's clear for all of us. He wasn't created to be living in Jannah forever. No, it was a short period and for a test. But he was meant to come down on earth to be a ruler, a preserver. So now the angels said and responded to this, and they said, "Oh Allah, you're going to put a creation who's going to corrupt and spill blood on earth while we preserve you, we worship you and praise you? نسبح لك." You want to put somebody to spill blood and destroy and mess up? So the question is here, the first thing we need to understand, in the Noble Quran, when the angel said, وَنَحْنُ نُقَدِّسُ لَكَ وَنُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ, the first thing, Allah made a statement, I am going to put a creation on earth. Immediately they responded without thinking. And they said, are you going to put someone who will corrupt and spill blood? Are they objecting? It looks like it. And later on we will discover that it was like an objection or questioning what you're doing. What you are doing. But there is an ayah in the Quran that says about Allah, لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون. Everybody is questioned about what they do except Allah. Nobody is allowed to question him about what he is doing. He knows better than all of us. So the angels, for a flick of a second or for a very short time, they did not think. They reacted without thinking. They know very well. Nobody questions Allah and ask him, what are you doing? You want to put creation on earth to spill blood and kill and mess up? Now, later on, the angels will tell you and tell all of us that they don't know except what Allah tells them. They don't know the ghaib. They don't know the unseen, the future. So how did they know this? And they were right. It's amazing. How did they know this? That human beings will corrupt, will spill blood, and mess up. How did they know? Allah did not tell them. Remember that we spoke about the jinn? The jinn were created before us on this planet when it was a ball of fire. Magma, volcanic eruptions. Ball of fire. And they used to live on earth and spill blood and mess up and destruction. Corruption. And the matter of fact, let me tell you a little story. Why Satan was present at that time. This is what the vast majority of Muslims mess up. Again, following the Israeli and the Christian nonsense. How? Before the creation of Adam, before this event, that Allah gathered the angels and told them that I'm going to make a caliphate on earth, a new creation to preserve earth and this planet. And like we said, the jinn, this creation was messing up, spilling blood and murder on a large scale and offending Allah so bad. So the one who was responsible, the chief, named Satan, Allah said to the angels, bring him. He should be questioned about why he is allowing his people from the jinn of doing all this corruption and offending me so bad like this. He knows better not to keep silent about it. He should stop them, and he can stop them. I gave him the power to stop them and to rule over them. He's the king of the jinn, the chief master of the jinn. So they brought Satan to Jannah, to paradise, and he saw all the angels gathered. So he started shaking. He doesn't know what's the story, why Allah brought him to this gathering. The angel said, wait here, stand still, don't utter a word, unless spoken to, don't even think about speaking. You shut up completely and watch what's happening. So Satan knew now that there is something deadly wrong. So he stood still and shaking inside and out and waiting to see what will happen. We'll continue next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.